What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk, brought to you by me, inspired by my man Chili. I figure I'd come on here again this morning and post another unpopular video, because that's okay. I believe that the truth is more important than what's popular. We're going to discuss today real quick what it means to be a man, or maybe how to become a man. See, I've spent most of my life as a boy. A childish boy. That's exactly right. It wasn't until maybe just the last year or so of my life that I actually began to transition into becoming a man from the boyish person that I was, which is wild because of all the things that I've done and all the things that I've accomplished and that I've been through, and all of that good stuff. Most people, including myself, would have thought, Chad, he's really a fine example of what a man is. Well, I've realized that that's not true. And because of that, I've wasted a lot of time. I've screwed a lot of stuff up. And I have a lot of ground to make up with the time that I have left. And don't want that to be the case for you. Now, there's all kinds of podcasts out there. There's all kinds of men's groups. There's all kinds of clubs. Dude, there is freaking so many things out there right now that talk about becoming a man, or what a man's supposed to be. And let me go ahead and tell you, about 98% of them, at least the ones I've seen and heard or visited, don't come within 100 miles of what the truth is. I'm going to share with you a little conversation I had with my wife the other day. We were out taking a walk, and the conversation was going along, and eventually I made a statement to her, and I told her that if one day I pass away from this earth and you outlive me, when that day comes, if it comes, if the one thing that you say about me when others ask you is that you saw Christ in me through my self-sacrifice to you, if you saw Christ in me through the self-sacrifice that I made unto you as my wife, I said, then my whole life will have been successful. My whole ministry will have been successful. If that is the only statement that you make about me, not I saw Christ in him because of the sacrifice that he has made to all of these other people or to his country. No, but to you personally as my wife. I want to explain to you something. What your wife says about you, if she's being honest, what she says about you or would say about you to your face in complete honesty, that is the measure of the type of man that you are. That is the measure of your ministry. If you are a follower of Christ, not what other people say about you. Not what you guys say about me. The measure of me as a man is what my wife says about me. And does she say that I have sacrificed myself for her? That I have sacrificed myself for her growth, for her sanctification? Is that what she says about me? That's the measure. Self-sacrifice is the measure of a man, and nothing else. It is not the fact that you are strong physically and mentally. It is not the fact that you know how to hunt and fish. It's not the fact that you work hard. It's not the fact that you are a freaking Navy SEAL. It's not the fact that you are a multi-millionaire. That's all a bunch of freaking bull crap, man. The measure of a man is self-sacrifice. Don't get this twisted. We see all kinds of examples of people going out here and sacrificing themselves for some worldly or political cause. See people over throughout history setting themselves on fire, just killing themselves. That's not the self-sacrifice that I'm talking about. That's actually a fool's errand. If you kill yourself and you think you're doing a deed of self-sacrifice, you're a fool. You're rendering yourself ineffective. And first of all, I'm not talking about sacrifice to a cause. I'm talking about sacrifice to others, and primarily your bride, your wife. And I want you to understand another thing about self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice doesn't mean that you are putting your own wants, desires, dreams, needs aside for someone else, as long as they're upholding their end of the deal. What reward do you get from that? What reward do you get if you sacrifice yourself for someone just because they're also upholding their end of the deal? That's not what it is. That's not what self-sacrifice is. It's setting all of your wants, needs, desires, passions, lusts, setting all that stuff aside in order to serve someone else, primarily your wife if you are married, because that is your duty as a man. You know, a lot of you guys are divorced, man. And if you look back on your relationship with your wife, again, and you were honest with yourself, you would say, is this the way I operated? Did I give myself up for my wife? Did I do my job? Your job as a man is to die to yourself. Did I do that? Most of you, if you're honest with yourself, you would say, nah, I never got to that point. Well, might be time to take ownership of that. This is a hard one, guys. Again, I know this won't be popular. I want you to know that it is true. It is a commandment for us as men, for us as husbands, to give ourselves, sacrifice ourselves for our wives, just as Christ did for us, the church, his body. And when you are doing this, you are emulating the greatest man that ever lived and existed on the face of the earth, and that is Jesus Christ. And he is the ultimate standard for what a man is. Think about that. I want you to know that this is the hardest possible thing that you could ever endeavor to do. And it's so hard that you cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You have to beg for it. You have to reckon yourself dead. You have to lay yourself bare before your Creator, before the cross of Christ, and reckon yourself crucified. And then beg him to do that deadly work in you. So that you can rise again, a new creation. His image. An imager of him. And then, my friend, you will be a man. I hope if you're part of a men's group or something like that, I hope you share this with them. Because most of you are freaking 100 miles off, again, from what it means to be a man. You don't want to freaking hear this. You don't even believe it's possible. I'm here to tell you today, it's possible to make this the ultimate desire of your heart. It's possible by the power of the Holy Spirit. I've experienced it. I am experiencing it. It has shattered me, man. If you got anything out of this and it made you think, I ask that you go get you a hat, get you a t-shirt, man. I appreciate all the support that you guys give us here at 307 Project. It's you guys, and most especially our Patreon members, that allow me, and the team here to do what we've been called to do. I acknowledge that. Thank you, guys. I love you. Enough said.